Hey Ron, how's it going?
Doing great, Russ. How are you?
Good, good. So this is Ron Carter, a recent member of Recruiting Me and Recruiting Me Leadcast. Ron, tell us what area of recruiting are you involved with, and what is your name is phenomenal. Bigfoot Recruiting and Staffing out there in Oregon and the West Coast. Love the branding. Let me turn it over to you. Kind of give the audience here an idea and a sense of what you do in staffing.
Bigfoot Staffing is kind of what I started with, and I do have a partner in that. And I've been in staffing a long time, and I've always been an old school, just call people up, dial, close business, that sort of thing. And I came across Russell and his great company recruited me, and kind of was instantly a fan. And I've signed up for Leadcast. And, it was all very simple. I already used LinkedIn to some extent, and so I was familiar with it. And it was just a perfect dovetail. And, I've had one campaign going for, I don't know, a few weeks now. And I've closed a huge deal in our neck of the woods. And, I've got a couple other meetings that I think are going to close too. It seems like when, people respond to Leadcast, they're already interested. It's just the easiest business to close in the world. So Leadcast works. It's working great. I can't wait to probably set up more profiles and have more salespeople working for me in our company all the time. It's just an absolute amazing tool and system. And Russ guides you through it. You got to figure some stuff out on your own too, the messaging and what you want to say and how you want to say it. But, once that's done, it just goes out and works and doesn't complain. It just keeps working, and when you get warm leads, they're beyond warm, they're hot leads. You just close them. It's pretty simple.
That's awesome, Ron. I love hearing that. So you've started or transitioned into a new staffing business recently. So was Leadcast helpful for you in kind of getting your feet off the ground and getting some leads in right away, whether it was new jobs or even candidate marketing too? I know the tool works great in both areas, but would you say that it really helped you kind of like fast start and get some leads coming in?
Yeah, because if you think about starting a staffing or a recruiting firm or both, there's a lot of hats to wear, and you just can't do it all. And so I look at Leadcast as my salesperson or salespersons if I do multiple profiles and get multiple Leadcast seats. I've got to do the books. I've got to talk with my accountant. I've got to recruit, for goodness sakes. And yes, that's absolutely from a recruiting standpoint can help us fill jobs. But we specialize in light industrial on our staffing side of the business, and that's a full-time job for at least one person, and hopefully two, three, four. What Leadcast has done for me is it's become my sales force, and that's what I want it to continue to be. So it takes such a burden off of me, because I was the guy dialing the phone constantly, and I still, I have no problems making phone calls. I've done it for 30 years. I've been a salesperson. It's fine. But man, if you like the process of sales, that's the drudgery, right? Picking up the phone, sending emails, doing all those things. If you got a system that can do it for you and it's personalized, it's still you doing that with your thoughts and ideas and warmth, and you can just go close someone with the same warmth, the same message, the same person. That's where it's really effective, instead of some bot doing it for you. Yep.
Yeah, I would agree. I've been using the tool for my staffing company. We've closed a few high-level retained searches recently, one recently for $75,000. And that was all derived from a Smart Sequence campaign that we ran in Leadcast. What I love about the Smart Sequences, and you may piggyback off this, is it gives you so many directions with that artificial intelligence automation where you can pivot, okay, let's start in LinkedIn. Let's view the person. Let's follow them. Let's send them an in-mail message. Let's connect with them. You know what? It's not really working in LinkedIn. No problem. Let's go over here to email marketing, or let's go to SMS text marketing or voice drops, So that's what I love about the Smart Sequence path. All in automation, going out to 1,000+ people in your niche. Can you maybe speak to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, as an old sales guy who's picked up the phone a bazillion times and emailed 100 million people, it's the drip method, right? I mean, as salespeople, we know it takes, I don't know, 7 contacts, many times, if not 20 contacts that are all pleasurable, nice, from you, personalized. And this does that. It speaks exactly to why this is now my sales force. It's me going out to way more people than I can absolutely do on a regular basis. So I was when I first got in sales, I always called it the Chinese torture method. You know, you're just dripping on them, drip, 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 until they finally say, "Man, this guy's not going to give up." And that's the truth of sales, is you just can't give up. Or, you know, I used to have to put stuff into my CRM of like, okay, call this person on this, say, well, email them this time, or I'll send them a text message this time. Well, Leadcast is doing it. It's exactly what it's doing, and it's still you. It's still you. That's to me the important piece. No one wants to be sold by a bot. No one wants to be sold by a computer or you know, some just lazy way of selling. This is not a lazy way of selling. It's still personal, but it is automated, and you can just multiply your efforts times 100, which is, or infinite, really. How many LinkedIn profiles you want to create and seats you want to buy from Leadcast? Go for it. Yeah. Do it. Make yourself a huge sales force.
When we created Leadcast recently, the idea was, okay, let's this, you know, people who own staffing agencies are going to love this tool because they can go ahead and get new meetings with hiring managers and get new jobs, recs, new jobs. It's all I was thinking about. But what I've realized is the tool is phenomenal for candidate marketing. And we really are in the great American labor shortage right now, post, you know, pandemic. And I've noticed that you can load up campaigns to go out to after passive A-player candidates. I've got several talent acquisition professionals who work with enterprise and corporate that are using the tool, that are finding candidates from it. So now that you have that big contract, Ron, you can actually dive into the system, set up a really good targeted candidate marketing campaign, and wait till you see we're having over 80% reply rates from passive A-player candidates.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. And I've actually got to get a couple of those campaigns going soon. So I need to create more LinkedIn profiles, and I need to get more seats from you and get them rolling. That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Yeah, Ron, well, thank you so much for coming on and kind of giving your experience in short order with Leadcast. And I'm looking forward to seeing your growth and success.
Thanks, Russ. We'll talk soon.
Got it.